Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. I do have a Chaos on Chaos matchup for you guys. Archaeon is leading his very small and very elite army here against the hordes of Chaos that are challenging his reign as the ever-chosen. He has 3 units of Chaos Armored Trolls here, and I brought these guys because they have less unit models than the non-armored Trolls, um, and I really didn't want them to be having their models be killed, so that their regeneration stops working. And behind them, I do have 2 of the elite chosen, the chosen with great weapons here, who are going to be following up on the trolls. I'm going to be charging in the trolls first, and then bringing my chosen in behind to prevent my opponent from getting some charges on my chosen. Out on each flank, I do have 1 Chaos Marauder, as you can see from this wonderful jolt of souls here. I do have 1 Hell Cannon. I've got some Warhounds in the back, and some Hounds of Pestilence, who have replaced Chaos Warhounds with Poison. They do have lethal poison. There's a unit of 12. They have regeneration, and lethal poison is actually damage over time. So these guys are pretty nice. You can see my opponent here has just a ton of Chaos Warriors with great weapons, 1 Marauder with great weapons over there. He's got 2 Chaos Knights with lances, a Chaos Sorcerer of metal, and some Chaos Warhounds here. You can see my Hell Cannon getting off in the middle of these Chaos Warriors. Not really doing any damage, just because in this mod it's really only good against non-armored troops. So probably wasn't the best bring here. But what I wanted it to do was kind of distract his elite units to send them after this Hell Cannon so they're not chunking out my trolls. And Archaeon here has Cascading Fire Cloak, which he's going to be casting on himself, and the Marauders out on the flanks to prevent as much damage as humanly possible on him, because I have no healing. Or actually, I think he does have healing in this mod. He has this Seed of the Apocalypse, so while he's in melee, he replenishes hit points. So very, very cool, so I want to keep him in melee as long as possible. And I do have this Crown of Domination, so that these trolls just have that extra bit of leadership to make sure they don't rout. And you can see standard die there and some other things that are just part of the mod. So you can see I'm going to be trying to have a very small, very narrow front line. I'm going to be dropping a bunch of flaming buffs on these guys, and we're going to see how it goes. So we're going to be charging in here. Got these Chaos Trolls in here. I now am shooting back here at these Chaos Knights. Almost direct hit, didn't even take any out. I thought they were Horse Masters in the beginning, so I was trying to shoot them because I thought they were low armor, but of course they are not. Here, definitely a mistake getting some Chaos Warriors getting in the flank already, so I bring these Chaos Warriors in here. You can see he's going to be dropping some very vicious Lore of Metal, and so it's really going to cut into the effectiveness of these Chosen when they're hit by these Golden Hounds. But you can see already Archaeon is in the middle, casting Flaming Sword of Ruin, doing whatever he can. You can see I've already almost crushed through this Chaos Warrior with great weapons, thanks to the Hell Cannon, thanks to the Trolls and the Chosen. You can see my Chosen are taking a ton of damage from those spells, so I was really sad when he brought that Lore of Metal. Very tough when you have elite infantry and he can just kind of snipe them out with spells. So there you can see my Chaos Marauders, as usual, already routing. Can't really stand up to Chaos Warriors, just because they're so much more expensive. And here you can see they are going to get a rear charge on me. I'm going to bring some trolls out to try and prevent this, but they're just a little too slow. And you can see here, definitely a mistake pulling Archaeon out. Need to keep him near this, because you can see now I'm away from these Chaos Marauders with great weapons. They're already routing, so not good. Over here you can see I've done some decent damage to this Chaos Lord as he's trying to deal with this Hell Cannon, but I really just need to bring these Warhounds out. That's probably not very productive over there, but what is productive is that his Chaos Lord is not in there chunking out my Chosen, which is what I really needed. You can see these Chaos Knights with lances as well. I'm stuck in here. And the Chosen are going to do very well for them when they're not getting transmutated. Oh, more Golden Hounds coming down. Hopefully that goes into his own lines. A little bit there. You can see, oh man, look at that Golden Hounds. Not doing that much damage, sadly. Sadly for me. And you can see here I am shooting in with the Hell Cannon into the sides. And I did bring some more hounds over here to stop these guys from getting in this fight. And you can see it's not looking very good for me right now. You can see I am casting Cascading Fire Cloak on these Chosen to try and just have them survive. They still have 28 models, so a decent amount. This one has 36, but my Trolls are still, I don't think I've lost any models here on my Trolls. So they're going to hop in here. and just, oh, kicked that guy off his horse. And it is not looking too good. They've gotten a full surround. That is the problem with these elite builds. Is it's very easy to get that full surround. But that's why I brought my crown. So I'm getting the leadership buffs from Archaeon, plus the crown, plus that additional 4. And you can see it's really helping these Chosen here. Standard die dropping is going to stabilize them as well. And finally, here comes that Chaos Lord on his dragon. This is not good for me. You can see I'm going to bring some Chaos Marauders back from route in here, casting Cascading Fire Cloak on them, just to try and help them win. And I'm pulling out my Warhounds to try and get rid of this Chaos Sorcerer with metal. You can see again Archaeon is in here, and it is just a mess. These small elite builds, there's not much going on. I just decided to go straight in there. Flaming Sword of Ruin coming in as Transmutation of Lead is coming down. You can see these Chosen dueling this dragon. They're going to get some nice damage off if they don't rout. But again, they have that Transmutation of Lead on them, so their attack is very, very low, which is not good. But you can see here, not doing too bad in that fight. You'd expect them to they're very elite in this mod, and a lot easier to make cost effective. So here you can see my trolls are just slowly eating their way through these troops. Archaeon's about half health, which is not good at all. But you can see his health is steadily increasing because of that regeneration from being in combat. Definitely makes him a much more viable lord, especially with his incredibly strong melee stats, so melee attack and melee defense. But you can see there, his regeneration is definitely not going to outpace most things like Chaos Warriors with Great Weapon. So once they turn and kind of focus on him, it's pretty much game over. You can see some Warhounds did clean up my Hell Cannon. They are shattered, which is very sad. And you can see my trolls here. No models down yet, so very, very good. But my Chosen are essentially off the battlefield. At this point, you can see my Warhounds are slowly just trying to eat their way through the Sorcerer. But he just has so much armor that it's really only probably the lethal poison that's doing any of this damage over here. You can see now the Chaos Lord is in here. And you can see just my leadership here is tanking on my Chaos Trolls. Just not good at all. But you can see they're just barely hanging on. My Chosen do rout just because of the full surround. But you can see my Chaos Trolls, just a lot of them are wavering, especially when they're attacked by this Chaos Lord. But they're luckily still regenerating. I think I lost one model over here to the dragon, and these repeated cycle charging from the Chaos Knights. And it's just a mess in here. Really just down to Archaeon and his trolls. And you can see, oh man, they're going to break over here, and it is not looking good at all. You can see even my Warhounds over there routing. Transmutation of Lead coming down. And you can see Archaeon trying to run for his life. Luckily, his knights are still on my Chaos Trolls. And you can see Archaeon's just going to make a break for it, trying his very best to flee for his life. And I'm casting Foe Seeker, so he should outpace them just by a little bit. 82 versus the 66, so outpace them by a lot. And you can see over here my trolls. One has come back, and I'm just waiting on these two to come back. You can see I have 3 trolls over here, 4 here, and 4 here. Though I believe 3 of them are over there, which is very strange for this one. And so you can see Archaeon just trying to outrun this dragon. Running just for his life. And you can see I do have 2 of my trolls back now, and I just need this one. But over here you can see my Warhounds are going out. I do have some stuff over here that I really need to be bringing in, some Chosen. They're going to get charged by those Chaos Warriors though, and probably annihilated. You can see here I try and snipe this guy with Archaeon. I just want him in the fight as much as possible, but I don't really want him in the fight with this dragon at all. But you can see finally I have my trolls back. And oh man, I was probably the closest I came to defeat right there in any battle, and to come back and still have the balance bar this even. It's dead even. You can see that Chaos Dragon though dropping himself right onto Archaeon. And so that is not good for me at all. You can see he is dueling in here. He still has Chaos Knights, Chaos Marauders. They are terrified off the field. by my trolls. And you can see my Chaos Lord just dueling this dragon, Archaeon. Oh man. You can see there, super cool animations. Potion of Toughness coming down. So he hasn't even used that yet. Oh man. And you can see over here my Chaos Trolls do break again. You can see I did break that Chaos Sorcerer, but I need as many trolls in here as possible, so I had to pull these guys back in. And now I'm swarming this dragon. I know I have to do a lot of damage to this guy if I'm going to win. And so I'm hoping kind of just the AoE attacks will deal with the stuff around, while Archaeon and some of the trolls really just start laying down the law. You can see he still has a ton of Chaos Warriors. You can see over here, there's going to be a little duel between some Chosen and some Chaos Warriors, and the Chaos Warriors are going to get annihilated there by those Chosen. That was really cool. Cut all their heads off. That's what they get for challenging the Lord of the End Times. You can see some Trolls coming back again. Still, all my units here have regeneration, which is kind of the key to an elite build like this. And you can see these guys in here just smacking these Chaos Warriors. Purple Vomit coming over here. And you can see, I don't think this Chaos Lord is getting single attack, like, he's getting AoE attacks off on these guys rather than kind of single model attacks. And so he's not able to really chunk out any of them. You can see 4 models over here, 4 models over here. And you can see Archaeon just slowly ticking up. Oh man. Yeah, so 1500 health left, still a decent chunk of health. This Chaos Lord, though, is still at 4,304. Oh man, you can see my Chaos Trolls routing. I'm finally potentially going to get rid of some of these guys. Oh man, what is Archaeon down to? 963. Oh man, he's getting just a lot of hits in. You can see here, the Chaos Trolls do break. I still have these ones over here. I still got Archaeon, and he is, look at that, he is still fresh versus the exhausted Chaos Lord. And that's because I've just been popping Foe Seeker every chance I get to really just push the vigor in, like, you know, I'm not really doing it for the speed, I'm doing it simply for the vigor. And you can see Archaeon here, oh my god, down to 803. The Chaos Lord, though, down to 1392. And you can see I brought some Chosen back in. They're getting this nice rear charge, and they're going to inflict that morale penalty to kind of force a lot of this stuff to rout. And you can see finally the balance bar shifting in my favor as the Trolls kind of just turn on the Chaos Lord. Oh man. And he is going to break and flee from the field. So you can see here my Chosen, 100 kills. Archaeon, where is Archaeon? 71 hit points. Probably the closest battle I've ever had. You can see I still do have these Trolls in here though I've lost a model, so they will not be regenerating. You can see over there, that Troll is essentially gone for good. But with that Chaos Lord on the route, there's only these Marauders left, and they're going to charge in and just instantly get terrified off the field and rout. And it's going to be a extremely Pyrrhic victory to the Lord of the End Times. So, oh man, you can see MVPs, really those Trolls and the Chosen chunking out a ton of kills. And you can see Archaeon, even himself, doing pretty well. The Hounds, definitely just holding stuff off, doing a little bit of damage to the Chaos Lord. Potentially that's the damage that shifted that in my favor, with the 71 hit points left. But you can see the Chaos Sorcerer Metal doing very, very good. And those debuffs really debilitating a lot of my elite units. But anyways, there's Archaeon's elite, Chosen, and Troll build. I hope you guys like it, and thanks so much for watching. That's that.